Hi, everybody, and welcome to our Saturday show right here on Let's Talk in English on PTS.
Get ready to review what you have learned this week in this week's lessons. My name is Gabe.
And I'm Andrea. This week we have been talking about the Olympics, the Summer Olympics in Beijing. Now, maybe you have been watching the Olympics or reading about the Olympics. It's a big event that's happening in the world.
It is a very big sports event that is happening in the world. Now, I have a question from one of our lessons called Watching the Olympic Games. Here's the question. What did Simon try to do once?
Oh, I know what Simon tried to do. He tried to dive. He tried to be a diver. Now, when you dive, that means you jump into the water, but your hands and then your head hit the water first.
That's right. Now, we have learned a little more about the Olympics this week in some other lessons. Another question I have for you is, what does Hugh try to sell to Betty?
Well, Hugh is always trying to sell something. This time he's trying to sell a book about the Olympics.
Yes, he is. And that sounds pretty interesting. I think a book about the Olympics would be fun to read. I don't know what kind of information is in it, but it looks like an interesting book. And friends, we have some interesting lessons to review from this week. Let's go now.
Conversation replay.
Hello, Sarah. Here's a postcard for you.
Thanks. It's from my parents.
And it's from Beijing.
My parents are so lucky. They are at the Summer Olympics.
Wow.
But I'm sad. I'm not at the Summer Olympics.
I'm sorry.
Me too. But I have a postcard. Look at the picture. It's so pretty.
Are you watching the Olympics on TV?
Yes, they are so exciting. I can watch them for hours.
I can too. I watch the Olympics every night.
Me too.
Which events do you like best?
I like the track events. The men and women can run so fast.
Yeah, the races are really exciting.
Which events do you like, Betty?
I like table tennis. The ball goes really fast.
Table tennis is fun.
And I like baseball. The teams are so good. And I like soccer.
I do too.
Oh, and I like tennis and badminton and all swimming events.
So you really like all the events.
I do.
Renee, Simon, Max, and Ben are in the diner. They are having a party. Simon is watching the Olympic Games on TV. He is ignoring everything else. Renee is giving him some coffee and talking to him. Max is asking Ben to try a new snack. Ben doesn't want to try it. Sarah comes in. She walks up to Max.
Hi, Max.
Hi, Sarah. The Olympics are in China, so I made Chinese snacks. Try one.
No, thanks. They look funny.
I'll try one. It's good. Where's Betty? She couldn't come tonight.
That's too bad. She loves parties.
I know.
Go! Go! You're right! The American won! Won what? This race. She had the fastest time.
What's the next event?
Women's 10-meter platform diving.
Oh,
Oh, let's watch that. The Chinese are so good.
They are. Diving isn't an easy sport. I tried it once.
Just once?
Yes. He hurt his head when he hit the water.
You shouldn't hit the water with your head. You should hit it first with your hands.
I know.
I like to watch the Olympics with other people.
Me too. Watching with others is more fun.
The Olympics really brings people together.
Yes, the athletes come from many countries around the world.
The theme of this year's Olympics is One World, One Dream.
I know. That's wonderful.
Could you all talk more quietly? I can't hear the diving scores.
Who just dived, Simon?
A Japanese girl. She got a really good score.
Hey, small town should have a sports day.
Good idea. It could bring people together.
Like the Olympics does.
Let's plan one.
When could we have it? We can start planning now.
That's fine, but don't plan it here. I'm trying to watch the Olympics.
Betty, my favorite customer.
Hello, Hugh. How are you today?
I'm okay.
Just okay?
I'm a little sad. My favorite table tennis player missed the serve during one of his games today. He lost his match.
I'm sorry. That's too bad. Have you been following the Olympics?
Yes, I've been listening to reports on my radio.
Oh, good. Tell me everything that's happening.
Haven't you been following the events?
I try my best, but it's hard to follow the events while I'm at work. I don't have a radio or TV here.
I see. What would you like to know?
Lots of things. How many medals does the U.S. have now?
I'm not sure.
Did anyone get a perfect 10 in gymnastics?
I don't know.
Hugh, what do you know?
Well, I know London will host the Summer Games in 2012.
I know that too.
I know the first modern Olympic Games were played in 1896.
I didn't know that.
I read about that in this book about the Olympics.
May I see it?
Sure. This book can be yours for $9.99.
No thanks. I'll just borrow it from you for free.
Well, we did learn a lot about the Olympics. And friends, on the go, we learned about an Olympic sport. The sport is table tennis. And who was the host of our On the Go?
I know who the host was. The host was Gabe Harbor.
That is true. Yes, Gabe, you learned about special table tennis, didn't you?
Yes, I did. I met some people who play table tennis in wheelchairs. And it's not an easy game to play. I did not beat them one time. They beat me every time.
Oh, Gabe, I guess you need to keep practicing. Well, what do you need to play table tennis?
Well, you need a table tennis ball and a net and a paddle.
Okay, and friends, we need to review our On the Go.
On the go.
Hi friends, do you like to play sports? You do? That's great! Then you know that playing sports can be a great way to have fun and stay healthy. But have you ever thought about how you would play some sports without walking? That would be pretty hard, wouldn't it? Well, today we're going to meet some people who are excellent athletes even though they can't walk. So let's go on the go! This is my friend Zheng Shen. Zheng Shen is a great table tennis player. He has won many awards. Zheng Shen is a good athlete, but he can't walk. He uses a wheelchair to move around. Meet Wenxing, Yanhong, and Mei Hui. They also use wheelchairs to move around. And these four people have something else in common. They are all excellent athletes. And they are on the Chinese Taipei table tennis team at the Paralympics Games. Table tennis is a sport for 2 or 4 people. To play, you will need a table, a net, a ball, and a special paddle. Now, how do you play? A player hits the ball. It should hit the table once, and then the other player hits it back to the first player. If a player misses the ball, or the ball doesn't hit the table, the other player gets a point. Table tennis is a really fast sport. A player needs fast hands and fast eyes so he or she can hit the ball back. So, Cheng Sheng, is playing table tennis just a hobby for you?
刚开始只是兴趣，现在投入更多。
Oh, I see. So what do you think is the best part about being a table tennis player?
我每年可以出国比赛。
Really? Well, that sounds like fun. I want to go overseas. Okay, you won this time, but next time we will beat you. Right, Zheng Sheng?
Yeah.
Yeah! In table tennis, many times the ball will fall to the ground. Sometimes the ball will roll under a table or under someone's foot or wheel and crack! What do they do about this problem? Under every table is a fan. This fan will blow the balls away from under the table and players to make the floor safe. Haha, I see the fans. They're useful. But how do the players in wheelchairs pick up the balls? Sometimes helpers are around to help the players. Other times, players can use a special tool that can pick up the balls. That's pretty helpful. There are different rules in table tennis when the players are physically challenged. Wheelchair players must be careful not to move the table when they're playing. Also, their feet cannot be on the ground. They also have to stay in their wheelchair when playing. And you know what? I want to know how it feels to play in a wheelchair too. Let's see how I do. Wow, playing in a wheelchair is kind of hard. It really takes a lot of training. I wonder how players train like this. Many of these good players have coaches who help them train to become better and make it to the Paralympics Games. With the help of coaches, Wenxing, Zhen Sheng, Yanhong, and Mei Hui have all played and won awards in tournaments all over the world. And from these 4 brave athletes, we can really see that playing sports doesn't only help our bodies to become stronger, but it also helps our minds to become stronger. Well, friends, I want to thank you, and I'm so glad that you could learn something new here with me today on The Go!
Song time.
This is the day, this is the day, this is the day we've waited for. Our hopes are high and we will try to do our best to score. We want to take the chance to break a record that was set before. The team and coach are ready to compete with all the other teams we hope to beat. So everybody give a cheer for the Olympics this year. This is the day, this is the day, this is the day we've waited for. The crowd is gathered in the stands, and you can hear them roar, rah, rah. The coach and team are all prepared. They practice hard to do their best. They run and jump and throw the javelin. They hope the track and field events to win. So everybody give a cheer for the Olympics this year.
Well, friends, thank you so much for joining us this weekend. Be sure to come back again next week, right here on Let's Talk in English on PTS, where learning English can be fun. Goodbye,
Yes.
everybody.
We'll see you next time.